And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Check out. Fine.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Catch made by Slayton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
What now? Ready? Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. In the face.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack on first down, Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Jones. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. Down. 58. 180. 58. We're good. 180. 180.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. 29. Hey, orbit.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 50. Express. Hey, Steve 6. 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Carr. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
6-6, bullet pass, now.
Now Saquon Barkley, and an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now is Carr. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5 now. Carr escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Here's Carr to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jones on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Thomas, the intended target. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Carr now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack. Carr. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Touchdown! And the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Carr goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
On the ready. 53, Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
On second down now, Barkley. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Go.
Now Jones on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They will run with Grant. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Jones keeps it himself. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Caught by Cobb. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Akers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's get it. 36 yards. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They find some open field here. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 87 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
93. Express.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Carr completes it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Carr gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Carr now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Carr again here on second and 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Carr, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. To throw, it's Carr. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, you got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr going to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.